Thought I seen something. I was like, what the fuck is that? uh, wow. I can't lie, this is definitely been probably my best trip ever in Germany. You know, besides like the good times with like my mom and my grandmother, you know, spending time with family, you know, as far as Christmas and all that. That is one thing I always miss. That'll always be part of my heart. But this is the first time I ever came here by myself with no real plans, just to explore and have fun. You know, I told my girlfriend when I came here, I don't really care to really do anything but sightsee and eat. That's all I care about. And it was funny because when we came here, she kept asking me, she was like, you want to stop in that store? You want to stop in that store? You want to stop in that store? I'm like, no, you know? And then it sort of came to like a thing where she thought that like, whenever she wanted to stop somewhere, that I would be like mad or like, no, babe, we got to go see this. No, babe, we got to go see that. But, you know, I was like, wait. If there's a store you want to stop in and you want to go in, let me know, and we're going to stop and we're going to check it out. You know, because as far as me, I don't care, you know. But if you want to stop, then I care because I want you to, you know, I want you to be able to see what you want to see, you know. Like, just because I say that the only thing I really want to do is sightsee and eat, if there's a store or something that you see that you want to check out, I don't have a problem with that. You know, the only thing I told her was, you know, just don't take too long. You know, because we know how some females can be. They can take forever. So, you know. So, yeah. I just didn't want her to get all, you know, make it sound like, oh, Stephen didn't want me to do this. Stephen didn't want me. No. I was talking about myself, you know, so I had to explain that to her. But of course, you know, I'm up early at the butt crack of dawn because she kept snoring. My girl snores so bad that I went to bed at like 10. Went to bed at like 10. Guys, I was up at 4. I laid there for probably about 2 hours trying to get some sleep. She wasn't letting me have it. She was not letting me have it. I'm just like, oh, I'm about to die here. I told her, I was like, man, when we get back home, the first night, you're going to have to sleep on the couch. I was like, you're going to have to sleep on the couch. God damn. But yeah, I was just like, nah, it's gotta go work. Oh, well, at first I was like, what is that? But okay, I was like, goddamn UFO? Like, I know it ain't that. But I would definitely recommend Darmstadt. This is the first time I've ever been here. First time I ever heard of the place. And I was just like, you know what? That looks like a cool city. Let's stop there. You know? Because every time I ever came here, it's always been Viernheim. You know, I want something different, you know? 20 years ago to Viernheim, you know, after a while, it's like the world is too big to be stopping off at one place every time, you know? So, here we are. And I don't regret it. It's definitely been fun. The only thing that I will say, though, is, my girl just don't like the walking. I mean, we got a rental car. But I told her, I'm not going to be driving everywhere. You know, if we go to a different town and all that, that's cool. I don't have a problem doing that. But she whines about the walking. Sometimes you can tell people, try to explain to people how much walking you're going to do. Sometimes some people will never really grasp the understanding of what I'm talking about. Like, I could walk an easy 20 miles a day. You know, and that's pretty much what we've been doing. Because, like, there have been so many places, it was like 6.5 kilometers, and we'll walk there. Then we'll see another place that's like 3.5 kilometers. We'll walk there. We'll see another place that's like 1.5 kilometers. We'll walk there. Then we got to turn around and walk all the way back. And then she'll be like, oh, my God, I didn't realize we walked that far. And it's like, she'll start looking at the GPS. They're like, oh my God, babe. We got an hour and 15 minutes. And it's like, hour and 15 minutes. That's it. Hour and 15 minutes. But to her, no. And then I tried to explain to her about, like, the bathroom situations. Like, here in Germany, like, there's a huge lack of bathrooms, which I already knew. That's something that I've always known. You know, it's not new to me at all. And so, and there's even some restaurants and places that don't have bathrooms. Weird, right? I know. We stopped at an Italian place yesterday. No bathrooms. So, I mean, they have them, but employees only. So, you know, she's a little upset about that. So, you know, we're at the train station. And we're walking right past the bathrooms. I asked her. Well, I didn't ask her. I told her. I said, those are the bathrooms. Okay, kept walking. So I figured, you know, she was good. We literally get to the end of the train station. About to walk out the doors. Because we see this lady and her son, because I thought it was so cute, because the lady and her son were racing up the spiral stairs. There was two sets. There was an outside set and an inside set of spiral stairs that went up to the second floor. And, you know, I was watching them race up because I thought that was pretty funny, you know. Little tiny boy and his mom, you know, racing up the stairs. So, you know. And then also my girl's like, I got to go to the bathroom. And I was like, babe, I just told you when we were back, a mile back that way. It wasn't really a mile, but, you know, I told you at the beginning of the train station, because it's a long train station. So I told her, it's right there. So I told her, well, you're going to have to pay to use the bathroom. I'm going to have to pay to use the bathroom. Babe, I know I done explained all this. I know I explained it all. I know I did. So, I gotta walk all the way back around so she can use the bathroom. She comes back out talking about how cool the bathroom was, all this and that and the other, talking about how clean it was. And I'm like, yes, babe. That's part of the reason why you pay to use the bathrooms here. Because you don't have to clean them before you use them. You don't have to worry about getting a staph infection. So, we're leaving the train station. We finally get out the train station. And I told my girl that, you know, I want to ride, we can ride the trains because, you know, she wanted to ride the train. But I want to stop at least the second stop so I can smoke a doobie. It's legal here. I can smoke here. So I figured, you know, that one stop that I wanted to skip had the least amount of people walking it, you know? So I could smoke and not have to worry about, like, being an inconvenience to other people. Because as you see, there's no one out here. So I don't try to, like, you know, put my business out there like that in public. I'll do it online all day long and all this, that, and the other because I don't feel like it's bothering people. I feel like when you're smoking weed out in public and you got a bunch of people around you, I feel like that's disrespectful, you know? So I keep this on me. So anytime I see somebody, I put it out. I drop it in there. You know, I knock the ash off and drop it in. You know, and I close the cap. You know, either I stick it in my pocket, sometimes I hold it. You know, so it's, you know, it's not being all in someone's nose. You know what I mean? Especially with kids and females. Too many times that I put it up. Like I said, if I see a bunch of dudes that are my age, I'll keep it out. But if they look like they're like businessmen and this, that, and the other, I'll put it up. You know, I like to be respectful, you know what I mean? So, I wanted to have my little stop so I could smoke. So we're walking. Also, my girl's like, I gotta use the bathroom again. Oh my God, dude. Like, did I just gotta use the bathroom again? Guys, when I said that we probably walked from like here to like that green sign down there on the left. I don't know if y'all can see that. Probably not. It's not even that far. It's like maybe, okay, maybe it's a mile. Maybe it is a mile. You know? But, like, damn. I was just like, well, babe, I don't know what to tell you. You got to hold it. You got to hold it. And then we get onto the train, you know, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm high as fuck. Like, that dude be hitting me. I think it was like the combination of like good food, good drinks, and like, you know, having my doobie. So, we get on the train. And I'm just, you know, standing there. See a dude staring at me. So anyway, we get on a train. And I shit you not, our door kept opening up. I'm high as fuck. And I'm like, wow. And then the conductor goes over. The conductor gets off the fucking train. He comes over to our door. And he's looking at all of us. And you know, I'm high. And I'm the only American. So, oh my God. It was so trippy. It was so trippy. Because he was pretty much like telling us all to get back, blah, 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 blah. Then I see this German dude, and he's got this mean ass look on his face. And he's looking at this girl, and he's pretty much telling her, you know, to get the fuck back. You're too close to the fucking door. So I guess apparently, like, the doors have sensors on them, and they can sense if, like, you're too close to it or something. And, yeah, she got back, and all of a sudden, like, the fucking door opened again. And the fucking door opened again. I was just like, oh, fuck. Dude comes back. The conductor comes back. Oh my God, the conductor comes back. And he's like yelling at her this time. So I'm like, okay, I know it's not something I did. I didn't do anything wrong. Oh my God, I was like, I know I didn't do anything wrong. And then, alright. So this time when he comes over there, he did something with the lock. There was like a little lock thing, and he went, he like turned it a couple times or something. And then he like manually opened and slid the doors. And then after that, everything was good. Everything was good after that. I was just so fucking high. I was just like, man. Like, I was just hoping it wasn't nothing I did. Because on the train at this point, there was no more seats. And so at that point, the only thing you can do is get off the train or stand. So I figured, you know, I'll stand. You know, I was cool with it, but man, I was high as fuck. I kept thinking, like, did I fuck the door up? Did I fuck? Like, how did I do that? Was it that easy? Oh my God. So it's like one of those things, like when you're in a foreign place and you're like high as fuck, like sometimes you don't know like if you actually did something wrong. So you're just like, oh shit. Did I do that? Oh my God. I'm so fucking high. Oh, I'm so fucking high. I don't know what I'm gonna do right now, man. I think I'm gonna go inside, eat me a brunch and drink me some limo. Like, cause that shit is good. Oh my God, I got me some liverwurst and some Tommy mustard. So I'm like a little excited about that. And I got me like some Kinder chocolate. I love Kinder. So, hell yeah, man. The other thing, man, that's been a little disconnect is like the TV, because I understand like every other word. It's like some of the context words I don't know. So it's like I get an idea of what they're saying, but then like every now and again I just get totally thrown into a loop and I'm just like, what the hell did they just say? So, something different, man. But I'm gonna get inside my room and I am going to, man, them dudes smell good. Damn. I don't know what he's wearing, but damn, I need to get that on my body. Maybe I should just run over there and give him a hug. Put some of that on me, sir. Give me some of that. Oh. Alright, guys. Let me walk down the street. I'll be back.